The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete to open things up.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Now the first carry for Bush. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Now Montana. Being chased out left. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Bush. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Bush. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun. Here's Montana. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
And a Bengal.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bush. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Tackle made at the 16.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd down, Montana. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's Montana to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. No score after one on EA Sports.
No score. Morton Anderson on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Anderson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
An automatic Morton Anderson does it again. Knocks another one through the post. I have to be careful because it's almost boring, you know, just how accurate he is. So he knocks another one through.
All-time NFL leading scorer. He's known as the Great Dane because he's from Copenhagen. I think, Charles, he actually leads two different franchises in scoring, does he not?
Well, at one time he did. New Orleans Saints, 13 seasons there, still the all-time leading scorer with them. And the Atlanta Falcons, he held that record, but Matt Bryant has since passed him.
Throwing on first down is Allen to Michel on the screen. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
The 25-yard line.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Steps away to his left. He gets this to Devontae Adams. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Michel. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Isaiah Simmons on the tackle.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Sonny Michel taking it in. And the Lions have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
2nd and 9.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
DeMarcus Lawrence on the
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Operating out of the gun, here's Montana. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
13 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Play fake. Now here's Montana. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They will look to throw. Montana. And an incomplete pass. Montana. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
To throw is Montana. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Going to try to throw for it with Montana. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first down, Montana. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Montana. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Now he's into the clear. Touchdown, Lions.
Touchdown. We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Morton Anderson to kick off.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Touchdown, Detroit! Henry runs 63 yards, and the Lions add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
A gain of 2.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll go again with Bush. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Joe Montana here going to the air on first down. Wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Touchdown.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey ball games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
19. Bengals 11.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
It's a gain of
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Looking deep for Adams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 51 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Trying to improvise. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Able to get away. Fights loose. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's going to back him up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down.
A 36-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. First and 10 for Montana and company. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. They'll hand it off to Bush. And he's got some space here. The 20. Cincinnati score. Reggie Bush, 47 yards. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Pressure, he's brought down.
And they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Allen on first and 10. Cannot get away, and down he goes. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And they're going to try to eat some clock with Michelle. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Allen to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bush. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete. He was covered by Giants.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. DK Metcalf with 6 seconds remaining. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
To kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Reception here by Ruggs. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Bengals 25.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they